Tim and the Secret of the Watchmaker. Tim was a curious 12-year-old boy who loved machines. He lived with his mother in a small town, but every summer he visited his grandfather, Mr. Henry, a quiet old man who owned a dusty watch shop. "Why do you still fix these old watches, Grandpa?" Tim asked one afternoon. His grandfather smiled. "Because time is more than just numbers, Tim. It's special." Tim didn't understand. To him, a watch was just a watch. But there was something mysterious about his grandfather's shop. It was full of ticking clocks, drawers with strange tools, and a large wooden door in the back that was always locked. One evening, Tim was playing near the back of the shop when he heard a loud tick, tick, tock. The locked door slowly creaked open. A golden light spilled out. He peeked inside. "Tim!" Grandpa Henry appeared suddenly, his face serious. "You're not ready yet." "Ready for what?" Tim asked. His grandfather hesitated, then sighed. "Maybe it's time. Come in." Tim stepped through the door and gasped. Inside was a workshop like no other. Gears floated in the air, glowing watches hung from the ceiling. And in the center was a giant clock with no hands. "This," Grandpa said, "is the time room." Tim stared in wonder. "What is this place?" "It's where I make special watches," Grandpa said, opening a drawer and pulling out a pocket watch. "This one travels to the past. Others go to the future. But only the right person can use them." Tim's eyes widened. "Can I try?" Grandpa nodded. "But you must promise. Use time wisely, and always return before the clock strikes 12. Tim held the watch tightly. "I promise." Tim clicked the top of the pocket watch. The hands spun rapidly, faster, faster, then everything blurred. Whoosh. When he opened his eyes, Tim was standing in a busy street. Horse-drawn carriages rolled by, and people wore old-fashioned clothes. A sign read, "London, 1871. "I traveled back in time," Tim whispered. He walked around, amazed. He saw children playing with wooden toys and men selling newspapers. Suddenly, he heard someone shout, "Thief, stop him!" Tim turned to see a boy his age running with a stolen loaf of bread. Tim chased after the boy. "Hey, stop!" But when he caught him in a narrow alley, the boy looked scared and hungry. "I'm sorry," the boy said. "I didn't eat all day." Tim remembered the sandwich in his backpack. He gave it to the boy. "Thank you," the boy said with tears. "My name's Jack." Tim smiled. "I'm Tim. Stealing is wrong, but I understand." Before leaving, Tim gave Jack the watch. "Click this when you need help." The boy clicked it accidentally and vanished. Tim returned to the time room, panicked. "Grandpa, I gave the watch to someone in 1871. His grandfather looked shocked. "That's dangerous. That watch links to your timeline. If it's lost, time may break." "What do we do?" Tim asked. "You must go back and find it, and Jack." Grandpa gave him another watch. "This one goes to any date you think about. Picture the moment clearly." Tim closed his eyes. Jack, London, the alley, the watch. Whoosh. Tim arrived back, but Jack wasn't there. A newspaper on the ground showed a new date, Paris, 1889. How did he get to Paris? Tim traveled again and again. Egypt, 1922, China, 1420, New York, 1955, each time finding clues Jack had left behind. He saw different cultures, learned new words, and met people from many times. In China, a wise monk told him, "Time is like water. It moves, but it remembers." In Egypt, an old woman said, "The past teaches if you listen." Tim was learning more than he ever had in school. Finally, Tim found Jack in a quiet village in 1940s England. Jack had grown older and wiser. "I didn't mean to run," Jack said, "but I wanted to see the world. And I helped people. I fixed clocks, told stories, I even taught children to read." Tim nodded. "You did good things, but the watch must return." Jack gave it back. "Thank you, Tim, for changing my life." Tim clicked the watch, but nothing happened. He looked up. A large church bell struck. Dong, dong, 12 times. "Oh no, it's midnight." Tim returned to the time room, but it was empty, dusty, silent. "Grandpa?" he called. No answer. The clocks had all stopped, even the big one in the center. Tim felt cold. Did I break time? Suddenly, a glow came from the large clock. A note appeared. "If you respect time and learn its lessons, it will always welcome you home." Tim touched the note, and everything turned bright. Tim woke up in his bed. The morning sun was shining. Was it all a dream? He ran to the shop. Grandpa Henry was there, polishing a watch. "Morning, Tim. Sleep well?" Tim smiled. "I went to the past. I met Jack. I helped people." Grandpa chuckled. "Time teaches best when we listen." Tim looked around. The ticking of the clock sounded like music. "Grandpa, can I learn to fix watches like you?" Grandpa beamed. "It's time." Years passed. Tim grew older and wiser. He became a watchmaker, just like his grandfather. But he also became a storyteller. In his shop, he told children about time, kindness, and learning from history. And in a secret drawer, he kept a very special watch, just in case. Someone else was ready for an adventure.